Imagine being at the heart of a revolution, where the fate of a nation hangs in the balance. Welcome to our summary of 1776, the acclaimed narrative by David McCullough. This is more than mere historical retelling, it's a captivating immersion into the defining struggles and triumphs of America's founding year. Ready to traverse the tales of George Washington, Nathaniel Greene, and many more pivotal figures? Expect insights into battles that changed history and leaders who redefined courage.
Let's delve into the personalities steering this historical voyage. David McCullough not only recounts dates and events, but breathes life into each character in the story. Meet George Washington, a leader far from flawless but steadfast and revered. Uncover the intricate strategies of British generals like William Howe. Witness Nathaniel Greene's transformation from unassuming Quaker to military genius.
As we unpack the events that unfolded during this crucial year, you'll get a sense not just of history, but of the emotions, doubts, and hopes that colored the lives of those who lived it. McCullough's 1776 is an invitation to experience a year like no other. Though this summary touches on its magic and depth, nothing surpasses the vivid experience of diving into the book yourself. Join us now as we journey through a narrative that promises excitement and insight into a world remade through resilience. This is only the beginning. Picture this: London, October 26, 1775. King George III in full ceremonial splendor makes his way through the festive streets. 60,000 eyes watch as the king moves towards the heart of British power, Parliament, to address a nation on the verge of war. Though history often casts him as the mad monarch, the George we see here is anything but. Determined and resolute, he's a man convinced that America's revolt is an affront that must be quelled.
Inside Parliament, tension crackles like a live wire. The king, undeterred by calls for peace, asserts the need for more military strength in Boston. He appoints battle-tested generals like William Howe to redeem recent losses, but he's not without opposition. Enter the voices of dissent, figures such as Edmund Burke and John Wilkes. They decry the war's morality, its implications, yet their warnings fall on deaf ears as the votes favor the king.
From that moment, a collision course is set. King George is resolved, a sovereign now bent on enforcing supremacy over rebelling colonies. As the sun rises, plans are in motion. A charged period begins, with America's independence aspirations building on the horizon. And across the Atlantic, within the heart of the colonies, one man emerges to lead a fledgling army that will face these monumental challenges head-on. His name, of course, is George Washington, and his story of resolve begins now. Amidst the chaos of 1775, the Siege of Boston weaves stories of grit and growth. Here, we enter the realm of the Continental Army, the fledgling force that would face formidable challenges head-on. Led by a dream team, George Washington and Nathaniel Greene, two visionaries on a mission.
Nathaniel Greene, only 33, stands out. Quaker by birth, warrior by passion, Greene embodies the Revolution's transformative power. His steadfast dedication makes a lasting impression, reinforcing Washington's command. The army, mocked as a rabble, grapples with scarcity and sickness. But Greene is undeterred. He dives into the chaotic fray, determined to bring order to the ranks.
Amidst external threats and internal trials, whispers of treachery simmer. But Washington remains undaunted, approving Knox's bold plan to retrieve artillery from Fort Ticonderoga. The targeted Dorchester Heights stand as the next battleground, an audacious move in a decisive game. This tale of ragtag resolve paints a vivid canvas of hope against overwhelming odds. As the year turns, signs of revolution's tide ripple onward, urging courage and daring. A chill fills the air as Dorchester Heights becomes the stage for one of America's most brilliant maneuvers. Washington, with persistent resolve, turns Boston's fate on its head. Underneath the cover of darkness, his forces transform the heights into an impregnable fortress, a feat of logistical brilliance akin to Bunker Hill.
As dawn breaks, the British are stunned. General Howe sees his strategic blunder laid bare. The carefully crafted fortifications and artillery placements have checkmated his hold on Boston. A divine storm, interpreted by some as cosmic fate, prevents British assault efforts. Realizing discretion is the better part of valor, Howe opts for withdrawal, not willing to risk another bloodbath like Bunker Hill.
Victory resonates through colonial ranks. Washington's adept leadership transforms a once tenuous army into one with newfound confidence. As he prepares to pivot towards New York, this tactical triumph elevates morale and establishes him as a commander of forethought and vision. The stage is set for the next grand challenge, where Washington's ability to adapt will again be tested amidst the clash for independence. Emboldened by their victory in Boston, Washington's army marches south with renewed fervor. Through the cheering New England towns they press on towards New York, carrying the flame of freedom forward. But as George Washington surveys his new battleground, the challenge looms large. The British are advancing, armed with naval supremacy and a divided local populace.
Within New York's volatile terrain, the stakes rise, a city that's pivotal yet perilous. With Greene and Knox by his side, Washington fortifies the city, aware that British ships threaten from all sides. The walls of resolve are tested further when a treacherous plot to assassinate Washington surfaces, a stark reminder of Loyalist sedition lurking within. Amid this storm, the Continental Congress boldly declares independence, shifting the conflict's gravity forever.
Across the harbor, British forces revel in confidence, ready to showcase naval strength against colonial ambitions. Newly invigorated and believing victory within reach, the British anticipation mirrors that of their American adversaries. And so, the stage is set for fate to decide. As the lines are drawn, courage must meet uncertainty with equal force. A confrontation brews, a fierce test of will and resolve. Under New York's storm-laden skies, the Battle of Brooklyn unfurls in all its harrowing intensity. Washington's scattered forces take position, their resolve tested as British might descends on Long Island. The clock starts ticking on August 21, 1776, as British forces, expertly led by Generals Clinton and Cornwallis, land with military precision. 15,000 strong, their advance is relentless.
In the haze of battle, American leaders like Lord Stirling and Sullivan resist fiercely. Despite valor and determined combat, Washington watches helplessly as British strategy outmatches his divided focus. Deception at Jamaica Pass turns the flanks, leading to American encirclement. Thousands fall into enemy hands. A harrowing defeat casts a shadow over new hopes of independence.
But as destiny would favor the bold, a providential fog envelops Brooklyn. Washington seizes the chance, orchestrating a daring nighttime retreat across the East River. Aided by stalwart fishermen, the Continental Army escapes total annihilation. This retreat isn't just about survival, it's a testament to resilience. The British revel, anticipating an easy victory, while Washington steels himself anew, lessons savored, resolve strengthened. In the wake of fortune's cruel jest, Washington's army stands beleaguered on Manhattan. Strategic calculus weighs heavy: abandon the city or risk its defense amidst disarray. Desperation seeps into the ranks. Nathaniel Greene, regaining his strength, urges retreat, highlighting divisions within leadership.
As British forces, led by General Howe, navigate New York's complexity, Washington faces mounting tension. Retreat to Harlem Heights offers a glimmer, a morale boost born of tactical surprise, restoring a fraction of hope, but respite is short-lived. Greene's misplaced faith in Fort Washington crumbles under British might. A staggering defeat, as over 2,800 American lives face captivity.
With forts crumbling, Washington's forces are driven on a harrowing retreat deeper into New Jersey. A relentless series of setbacks measures the strength and sagacity of leadership. As Cornwallis presses advantage, Washington divides his diminished forces, revealing adaptability in the face of adversity. Missteps teach caution, yet resolve propels their quest for freedom forward. Against a backdrop of persistent rain and muddy trails, Washington's retreat continues across New Jersey. With supplies dwindling and cold seeping in, the army appears as a ghost of its former self, yet Washington echoes resilience. His presence at the rear of the column is a source of strength, inspiring the likes of young James Monroe amidst despair.
Within the strategic arena, rifts deepen. Charles Lee's reluctance to march to Washington's aid exposes cracks in unified command. Covert exchanges with Joseph Reed fuel skepticism. Washington's leadership faces relentless scrutiny amidst tactical adversity. British forces, with Howe and Cornwallis at the helm, continue their steadfast pursuit.
As reality bites, the expiration of troop enlistments adds gravity to Washington's burdens. Yet steadfast determination shines. On December 8th, the Army's retreat is met with a strategic standoff, a defiant crossing across the Delaware River. On the West Bank, Washington gathers what remains, stoking embers of hope undimmed by defeats past. From the umbra of darkness, resolve forges a path to retribution. Trenton's bold strike lies just beyond. Behind every great history lies a tapestry woven from collaborative threads. David McCullough's 1776 is no exception. As we explore the narratives that defined a nation's infancy, McCullough takes a moment in acknowledgments to highlight those who helped bring this story to you.
Throughout scores of archives and institutions, from Massachusetts to Mount Vernon, the seeds of 1776 were sown. Thanks to dedicated historians like Richard Ketchum and Thomas Fleming, guardians of history, this rich narrative flourished. McCullough's pursuit of accuracy was further bolstered by archivists whose craftsmanship unlocked the echoing voices of those early patriots.
McCullough also takes us beyond the pages, acknowledging unwavering support from his family, especially his dear wife Rosalie. Team members like Mike Hill and confidants Michael Korda and Morton Janklow echo in gratitude, a testament to the vision and effort that story requires. The creation of 1776 was much more than a solitary endeavor. It stands as a powerful reminder that the journey of storytelling carries within it the spirit of unity, a story itself as true and transformative as history. And as this chapter closes, we are reminded those past sacrifices continue to mold the present, forging the future. As we draw the curtains on our exploration of David McCullough's 1776, it's clear why this masterpiece continues to capture the imagination of history enthusiasts around the world. Through tales of courage, setbacks, and triumphs, McCullough brings to life the year that saw the birth of a nation. From the visionary resolve of giants like George Washington and Nathaniel Greene, to the wisdom of figures like Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Paine, each story weaves into the heart of revolution. At every turn, McCullough reminds us that history is not just about events and dates, but about people, their decisions, and their stories.
David McCullough, with his eloquent prose and meticulous attention to detail, reveals not only what happened, but why it mattered then and today. 1776 takes us beyond the pages, into the homes, hearts, and hardships of those who dared to dream of liberty. What he accomplished is a timeless narrative that resonates with both historical depth and literary grace. Critical acclaim, numerous accolades, and an enduring spot on bestseller lists underline the book's success and McCullough's remarkable contributions to literature and history.
So, dear viewer, as you reflect on this journey, consider how the events of 1776 still echo through every corner of the modern world. The struggles for independence and freedom continue, and the lessons of our past, armed with wisdom and bold resolve, continue to guide. Remember, this summary is but a glimpse. Dive into McCullough's 1776 for a full embrace of its compelling narrative. If this journey inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into history's vast landscapes. Together, we can continue to uncover the stories that mold our worlds. Thank you for joining us.